Every formal sentence relies on a specific structural arrangement. If a primary component is missing, the statement becomes incomplete. Even a long, dense sentence can be simplified. By stripping away the modifiers and descriptions, you eventually reach the two-part core that holds the information together. Look at this list. The basic pattern is subject followed by verb. The subject identifies what the sentence is about, birds, and the verb tells what they are doing, sing. This is the minimum requirement for a complete clause, establishing an actor and an action. While sentences can grow much larger than this, they rely on this two-part baseline to maintain their internal logic. How do you structure a sentence when the subject's action is directed towards someone or something else? Look at the subject-verb-object section. In I shot the sheriff is a separate entity affected by the action. Confusion arises further down with I am the sheriff. The sheriff follows the verb, but it's not an object, it's a complement. You can distinguish the two by applying the equal sign rule. In I am the sheriff, the verb acts as an equal sign. The complement isn't receiving an action, it is simply renaming or describing the subject. I equals the sheriff. Determining whether a verb transfers an action or functions as an equal sign is the key to identifying whether the following word is an object or a complement. This logic also applies to objects. In the bottom section, the company made Peter Smithson managing director. The word director doesn't describe the company. It completes the description of the object, Peter Smithson. This page introduces verbs involving two different objects. In Miriam gave her brother a present, both brother and present are objects functioning differently. We separate them using trigger questions. What did Miriam give? A present, the direct object. To whom? Her brother, the indirect object. Using those same questions, identify the components in this sentence. Sinclair and Groves have sent me several letters. Sinclair and Groves is the subject. Have sent is the verb. What was sent? Several letters, the direct object. To whom? Me, the indirect object. Applying these trigger questions, you can accurately categorize the components of sentences that involve multiple targets. These 5 patterns represent the standard ways English clauses are organized, ranging from the two-part core to more complex 4-part arrangements. Because each component in these patterns is essential to the structure, removing one can make a sentence meaningless or very difficult to untangle. When viewed together, you can see how these structures scale. They start with the actor and the action, then add objects to receive the action or complements to provide description. You may want to save this summary of the 5 patterns for your own reference when reviewing your writing. Understanding these 5 frameworks allows you to recognize the underlying logic organizing formal English sentences.